Okay, here I am with my new camera, cell phone camera, and back in the garden again. So hopefully this video will be a bit clearer for you all. Just in the very starting corner, we've got green leaf lettuce, lots of dill, a little bit of strawberry here, lamb's quarters. I think this is a parsley, oxalis or wood sorrel, dandelion, arugula. And you can see it's all jam-packed in there. So I could spread all this out. It's way much too close together, but I'm probably just going to leave it. Some of the transplants to the garden are the chards here. In the back, we've got a transplanted pepper and a couple of basils. I can bring you a bit closer. We got rogue asparagus here, popping up. It's not rogue. I planted all my seeds together, but it's coming up nicely. I got chives in the back there. And some garlic also. The arugula has come up from seeds quite nicely. As you can see here, this is oxalis or wood sorrel. It's like a lemony thing. It looks like clover, but it's got that heart-shaped leaf. Yeah. It is quite delicious, kind of like floral and lemony. Oh, sorry, gotta get focused. We got an eggplant here. We got tomatoes. Tomato is a transplant, but it's growing really quickly. Got the tomatoes forming up there. We got squash. Here. This one's a radish. We got the seedless grapes at the back. Been here for many years. Let's see if I can't get one of those bunches on camera for you also. Okay, so moving on. So yeah, it's looking really nice. I got some broccolis here. This is a nice patch of salad greens. You know, we got the nice green leaf lettuces. Got nice lamb's quarters. So here's an example of like a more regular, or like like colorless lamb's quarters or whatever, regular lamb's quarters. And then here's like one of the crimson lamb's quarters. It's got this kind of like a reddish tinge in the inner leaves, which is really quite beautiful. So yeah, lots of arugula. Focus again. Lots of beautiful crops of arugula. We've got Blackberry Blossoms, the thornless blackberry variety, blossoming up, growing up the fence here. I've got let's see. So yeah, the crimson lamb's quarters just looks really, if I can get it in the light, I'll focus in and zoom in maybe. Yeah, it's got all that powdery coating. It's like a really waterproof kind of coating, and the water just like rolls right off. Let's see if I can get that one too. It's great. Camera's not really capturing the shimmery essence of it all, but anyway, you can see just how good. This is all from seed, all coming up really nicely. Nice salad green beds. This is oregano, another rogue asparagus. We'll see if that grows into something eventually. Here's a good example of the arugula before, and then this is last year's plant. Turns into these little flowers, which are quite nice. Oops. And then flowers eventually turn into these little thin pods. Flowers fall off and turn into these little pods, and then eventually they thicken up into these big seed pods. And this will dry out, or I could cut this and it'll dry itself out, and then you can just crack these pods open and get your arugula seeds, which is one of my favorite crops because, as you can see, it's it's a little spicy, but early on it's not too bad at all, and it's I really like it, and it grows real easy. So 2 arugula crops. I got a new blueberry plant. There's another green leaf lettuce, all looking pretty fresh and nice. Yeah, got a little mint growing on. Mint's always nice. The haskap is producing. See if I can find you some. Yeah, see, here's all the berries up here. So they'll turn into these purple berries, and the darker the better. They get nice and sweet. The rhubarb is also looking really nice this year. Oops, if I can focus again for you. And it produces, you know, lots of little straggly kind of leaves, and then it gets into these bigger stalks. And so you can start making your rhubarb pies and whatnot. Moving down the line, transplanted squash. It's really taken off. It's starting to put its flowers on. I'm not sure what type this is. But yeah, hopefully it'll be good. This is all the asparagus after it grows up from their thicker branches. They put on these little either pollen sacs or basically I think there's female and male plants, because I've seen one has little pollen sacs on it and the other one turns into like little red seed capsules. Look a little bit like Christmas ornaments on a Christmas tree. And here is, so here's an example. Here's like the old asparagus, or I mean the new one, like a really tiny come up from seed, and then here's more like a mature crown that's come up and it's turns into that, and then eventually it spreads out into more like this shape. Anyway, lots of more greens in here. We got lemon balm like crazy. Can't be stopped. I like it, so it's fine. This is all potatoes. Potatoes growing up that are buried, that were going like all had eyes on them, you know, growing roots out in the cupboard. This is all garlic that I've sub-transplanted. I did this in the Facebook live video, or the YouTube live video, but it wasn't very clear with my internet reception, so I'm just going to bring you back over here because I'll show you all this. This is all garlic, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, anyway, so it grows in these big clumps, and then if I pull this up, there won't be any bulbs on it. But if I subdivide them all and separate them all and plant them more like this, that's when they start. And so you can see here, this is like 3 that are too close together, and they'll never get really very big. And they won't put any bulbs on it, but you separate them, and then they get big, and then they'll make like garlic flower that you can cut off or not. And then if you do, especially if you do though, then they'll produce the big bulbs underground, the garlic that everyone's used to seeing in the shops. Yep, what else can I show you? I got lots of garlic, so lots of chive flowers. They're looking nice. All the insects tend to enjoy those. Lots of strawberries going on. These are goji berries. I'm going to show you my raspberries in a second, but first I'll show you my romaine lettuce, which is how beautiful all this is looking. Again, all the lettuces there just come up on their own. These aren't transplants or anything. This is all the sparse asparagus. Asparagus seed germinates really well. It's coming up all through this bed. And so we'll see if it all translates into mature plants or not. That noise, as you may have heard, there's a highway behind my house, 407. Yeah, so moving on. It doesn't, what else can I show you here? Big oxalis here. This is really nice. A lot of people think it's a weed, but it's really tasty. This one, parsley. This is a small kale plant. Gone to flower. Little strawberry there. See if I can focus. But here's my most impressive crop at the moment, I think, is the raspberries. See if I can get you a good camera shot. Actually, first I'll show you the bees, because the bees are always enjoying. They're always enjoying the beautiful blossoms on my raspberries. Nice. And so I got columbine flowers popping up through. They're sort of growing a bit of a companion planting. But mostly, yeah, these are the raspberries that came from the rhubarb patch. You can probably see them in other videos, but now they've like really taken over this area, which is okay with me. You just see how many raspberries we got. All producing their little their flowers, and all the pollinators. All my friends here, like the bees. Oops. Let's see if I can't focus in for you again. Almost got them on camera there. But yeah, they go around pollinating for me, and they make beautiful flowers, turn into beautiful berries. I'm gonna just focus in and see what this one's doing. There's little, see, the flying insects aren't the only ones doing the pollinating. Lots of little insects, little ants, enjoying their raspberry adventures. And but yeah, I got all kinds of bees in here. I got, you know, honeybees and mason bees. See if I can't find a bumblebee on there for you. This one here is a mason bee, little guy. So if you want to save the bees, grow some food and let them pollinate naturally, because these guys are loving it, especially native crops. Like raspberries are really a very Canadian type of food. Oops, the wind's taking it all around. Hard to catch them on film with the wind bouncing it around, but yeah, so you can just see just so many raspberries. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's looking great. See if I can get this guy on film for you, because why not? Beautiful. There he is, doing her job. So all honeybees, as I understand it, are females, except for the drones. But the drones don't go around and collect any nectar, so you know they're all females. On here, oh yeah, here. Oh, that's an ant. Sorry, I'm getting confused. I thought I saw another mason bee I was going to show you, but oh, looking good, looking good. This is all thornless blackberry. You can see the flowers are a little bit different than the raspberries, and they grow a little bit more arching. Gotta look more like open over like a big arch. Yeah, the garden barrels are looking alright. I just did a big thinning. I took a lot of the poppies out. I decided I didn't really want them, so I'm gonna toss those away. This is all the kale, all the baby kale coming up. Looking nice. Giant strawberry taking over this whole barrel. And sunflowers growing up. Woo, and up and up and up. So yeah, this garden barrel is doing. I mean, it's missing a couple of pockets down there, but the strawberry and the sunflowers are doing real nice. Yeah, lots of stuff in this barrel here. Green leaf lettuce and dill and all kinds of salads. Lots of green leaf lettuce on this one. I've harvested a lot of lettuce already. This one's a new one. It just kind of self-sown, but I think it's known as common chickweed, but apparently it's edible. So I've tried a little bit of that, but it's kind of a new flavor for me. Kind of interesting. Always good to learn something new. I think I'll just finish off by showing you the strawberry barrel. It's got the arugula on top and a few chives here, but also the strawberries are all coming on now. And this is an ever-bearing variety. So yeah, it'll produce nice big berries generally all season. And we're gonna put this in the sunroom, so hopefully this year these guys will just keep producing, or they won't keep producing all winter, but they'll survive and produce all the warm months. And these raspberries will be soon ready as well, which is looking good, looking good. All right, so I'll leave it at that for now. So I'll give you an update on the garden tour with a bit of a clearer camera this time. So if you like this sort of thing, please give me a thumbs up or a comment. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And please like and or subscribe. Thanks a lot.